Boom, I'm in the room. Good afternoon again. Well, I'm back. I'm back for some more. Just trying to sort out why things ain't working. Oh, that's interesting. Let's shut that up. So, here we go. Right, so I'm back live again. This afternoon I'm going to just have a chat. Because I can. I don't know why that's not playing the game. But anyway, I'm at it. I'm on it. I'm here. So what am I going to talk about? Well, I'm going to talk about a few things. As you know, I have a show called Ordinary People's Extraordinary Stories. Now, where I get my people from is it's not a mystery at all. It's something called Podmatch. Ain't gonna work. Anyway, right. Podmatch. So I'm in a book. Did you know I'm in a book on how? See if I can bring this in. Right. So this is the book. Let's go forward there you go. Right. So this is the book. It's all about mastering how to become a what's the name? One of them. And I'm there. So I've helped write this book. So technically, I'm now a published author. Who knew? Me, a published author. And that's going to be available on Amazon fairly soon, actually. In fact, it's probably available now. You can purchase that from Amazon. And it'll tell you how to find guests as a host. I was the #1 host for 4 months straight on Podmatch. That's how come I've got 2 podcasts going out a week from now until the 28th of December. Been really busy, did you know? Really busy doing podcasts. So I've taken my foot off the gas a little bit, which is why I've dropped down the rankings, because I've not been so busy with it. However, I have been busy with the live stream stuff. As you know, I've been on a course to do this Ecamm Live. This is a great platform. This is a great platform. Let me just shift that out of the way. I don't need that in the way because I'm doing it standing up. Because I can. Apparently, doing it standing up is good because it gives a lot more enthusiasm, a bit more punch to it. I don't know. I just know that I like being stood up because I can move around, and that's what I do. I move around. But for some reason, don't know why this is why that's not doing the game. I'll show you this in a minute if I can get it working. So I'll go do this. So talk among yourselves for a second. Right, if you've got any what's names, if you've got any questions for us, stick them in the chat box. If you're watching, just ping out. Let me know where you're coming in from, where you're watching from, because I'd really be interested. I do like to know where people are coming from. I do enjoy being on this live. I don't know how long I'm going to be on for. I've never run out of things to say. But what I do is, did you want to see my setup? Because I got it wrong earlier. I forgot to switch the camera. So I could see what was going on, but you guys couldn't. So can only apologise for that. I'm going to try something different on here as well, because I can. This is all about having fun. Is that going to be there? Yeah. Let me make sure that's off. Yep. Right, so what I'm going to do, hopefully, I think take that out of there for a second. Let's change the scene and give you a behind the scenes look. So this is looking, this is what I see. Okay, this is what I see. So I mean, just have a quick look around. That wall there is all my old rugby shirts, or some of my old rugby shirts, should I say. Not all of them, because I've got a load more. And all shirts I've actually played in all of these shirts. Right, so what I got is this here. That's monitoring on Facebook, so I can see that's going out live on Facebook. I know there's noise going out because I can see it, and I'll show you that in a second. There's my camera, so that's my main camera that I'm going out on. It's a Sony ZV-1, and on that I'm hooked up to a Rode Wireless Go 2, which is on there. Show you on there, and then I've got a lav mic. So that's it. So I'm monitoring. That one there is monitoring Facebook. That one there on the telly is monitoring YouTube. I've got a Stream Deck. That there is what I use to change the screens with. There's one of my mics. Here's a new studio mic. This is a Rode NTG2 condenser mic, and that runs down into the old Rodecaster Pro. So I use that one when I'm sat at my desk and broadcasting from there. So this will be weird. Look, this is Ecamm Live. This is the platform that I use to go out on.
I didn't catch that. Could you try again?
No.
Okay.
Clear off. Who asked you? So this is how it's kind of set up. So that's the main screen there. Down the side here, this is all the scenes. So you have to change the scenes. This says how much it's going out. I wonder if I can pull that in. Yeah. So that's showing what I'm going out at. That's make sure that I've got enough bandwidth pushing out. That there, that shows that my mic's working. So I know my mic's working because I can see it working. I'm going to turn it down a little bit because I'm peaking. Who knew I was going to be peaking? So yeah. So there you go. And then I've got two lights. I've got a light up there, and I've got a light up there. That's the lights for the studio. And then come round. This is the backdrop. So I've got what's the name lights? I've got LED lights that run round. And then and that's just my old uniform. So there's a great coat there, and a bearskin. There's my number 1 dress from my medals. There's my old mess dress, my old drinking suit, and there's my old number 2 dress. And up there is my old ensign from my sailing days. That there is, see, I haven't pulled it in. That's a poacher from the Corpus mess. And then there's my other poacher from the Sergeant's mess. That there's my rugby scrum cap, not scrum cap, that's my number 10 cap for playing for the old vets. That up there is a 7.62 self-loading rifle, commonly known as the SLR. However, that one's 3D printed. I got awarded a General's Commendation, Emeritus Service Award, back in 2012. Very proud of that, mate. Very proud. Presented to me by the garrison commander of London Central Garrison. That's my old PSYOPs plaque. When I left the PSYOPs, they presented me with that and a coin. And that's Jane Oil. That's an oil painting, by the way, of a friend's boat. She died a few years ago. So that's my setup, and it should be put us back in. Boom, back on. I'm back in the room. I need to plug that back in because that's it. I'm back in the room. Am I? No. Where's that coming from? That's this 103. I'm sure it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, I don't know where I'm going. No. Why is that happening? That's it. I'm losing the plot again. So this is my little studio. This is my setup. This is where I do all my recordings, all my live stream from, and this is where I have fun. So for me, it's my pastime. It's my passion. On top of that, I do like to keep busy because I'm retired. We no longer have the boat, so I can't go sailing. But I've got this. And on a Thursday, I do a live stream and we talk about taboo subjects. And those taboo subjects can be anything really. We talk about death, suicide, bereavement. We've got mental health. We're trying to destigmatise mental health. And I was on a radio show yesterday on the east coast of America. Went live on radio in America, so I'm international, me. Quite a few of my audience is American or across the pond, Canadian as well. Got Canadian listeners. Got a couple of people up in Norway, Denmark that listen to me, and a few other places around the world. My podcasts, My Ordinary People's Extraordinary Stories, they have been listened to on all 5 continents. Predominantly English speaking, so lots of people in the UK, America, Canada, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, and in Europe as well. Yeah, so I don't do too bad for an old bloke. Keeps me out of mischief. keeps me busy. I don't know what I'd be doing otherwise, but I just like having a chat. So if there's anybody out there, pick us a message in the chat box, because hopefully I'll see it come in. So my channel, is there anything you'd like to see me do? I'm doing a quiz. I've got a quiz coming up. We started a quiz channel, so we go for 20 questions and 10 fun facts each week, That's going to be live on a Tuesday from 9 o'clock, Greenwich Mean Time, because the clocks go back this evening. Yeah. Got a special one on Monday, obviously. We're going to do a Halloween one. I'm going to change all this. All this is going to change. We're going to have all of that down. We're going to dress it up so it's all spooky and everything like that. Going to dress up, makeup. Going to look gorgeous. More gorgeous than I do already. And that's the quiz for Monday. That's going to be a really good one because I didn't write this one. My lady wife, the Duchess, she wrote it. She put it all together. They're her questions. So it's Halloween themed, and it'll be a really, really good one. And the fun facts, obviously, fun facts are great. Then what else are we doing? Then I've got the normal quiz on Tuesday because continuity is the key. Did you know that? Continuity. So every Tuesday at 9 o'clock we'll be going live with a new quiz. A new quiz every week. Takes a bit of time to sort it out, trust me. Yeah. Quizzes do take a bit of time to put together because you have to research them, you have to find the questions, and you have to check that, make sure you got the right answers, because there's always some clever dick out there who'll come back and say you've got the wrong answer when I know I've got the right answer. And then this coming week, the 3rd of November, I have got a couple of US fighter pilots. This is going to be fascinating. These guys are Top Gun instructors. One's Royal Navy, or not Royal Navy, US Navy aviator. He's a Top Gun pilot and Top Gun instructor. So he's instructing at the school, at the Top Gun school. And the other guy is the same, but for the US Air Force. So he's coming on, and he's got a cracking name. He's called Slice. He's got a great story. So hopefully he's going to tell us all about his story. And then the following week I've got some firefighters coming on. Well, I say firefighters. These are chiefs. These are station chiefs, heads of fire departments around the world. So they're going to come on. They're going to be telling us all about how they deal with their people, how they look after their mental well-being. Because believe it or not, I mean, it's a tough old job, firefighting. Firefighters are on the front line. They go out to all sorts of incidents. It's not just going to put a fire out, is it? They attend road traffic accidents. Apparently they don't bother going out for cats up trees, because cats up trees get themselves down. I was talking to one of these guys. He comes out with a great story. He's only ever done it once, sent out to rescue a cat that's been up a tree. Poor fireman got shredded. That's why they don't do it. That's why they don't bother. So funny. Yeah, so cats up trees generally get themselves down. They're up there for a reason, because they want to watch. Cats are very agile. Artie the ship's cat, he's very agile. He scales 6-foot walls, no problem whatsoever. Boom, he's over. In fact, he sits on the fence. He does a he does a Keir Starmer. He sits on the fence a lot. So Artie's, I mean, he's great. We've got a new addition to the family. We've got Heale. He's a little border terrier. Now he's a proper little terrier. He's a lot of fun. He's now 4 months old. His training's coming along. It's going to take a lot of work actually. So the Duchess is all over that. I mean, she'll square him away. She looks after him. It's hers. I mean, the cat's mine. Artie the ship's cat is mine. And yeah, he's great. I love him to bits. And I would like to be without him actually. So what else are we doing? Said before that November's a pretty pants month for me. And the Duchess, I mean, we remember a lot, and it's been a tough old time. Yeah, we've lost people in November. I lost my late wife on the 10th of November 2006. It's horrible what happened to her. Cancer got her. The previous year, on the 11th of November 2005, I lost my best mate. Unfortunately, he took his own life. And that's one of the things that I'm passionate talking about, because let's face it, suicide is an illness. It's a mental illness. It's somebody that's suffering. The determined person that's going to take their own life, there's not much you can do to stop them. You don't even know they're going to do it until they've done it. And if they're successful, then they've got it right, haven't they? It's the ones that's unsuccessful, it's a cry for help. You generally have an inkling about those types. The determined one you ain't. If somebody's, you think they're perfectly normal until one day they're not there. So where are they? Well, took their own life. And you don't know what's going inside people's heads. So that's what I'm trying to do, is bring these subjects to the fore, talk about them, normalise them, bring them out in everyday conversations so people are comfortable talking about it. We've just been talking about bereavement. We did a few specials of bereavement, had a few people on talking about their journey, getting over a death of a close loved one. And you never really get over it. You learn to live with it. You accept the fact that they're no longer there. Well, they're still there really. They're still in your heart. That's where they will always belong. Even though they're not there in person, they'll always be in your heart. But it's going through that process of coming to terms with it. Basically, that's what you need to do. Come to terms with your loss, and sooner or later, everybody will die. That I can actually guarantee 100%. One day you'll all die. And it's making those preparations for it. If you're comfortable with somebody else sorting out your funeral, fine. If you have a clear idea of what you'd like at your funeral, what sort of funeral you would like, what sort of music you'd like played at your funeral, how you'd like people to turn up, whether you want them in full mourning suits or whether you want them in bright colours, whether you want to go out to bat out of hell and come into the Muppets. That's what you need to do. You need to sort out your own funeral. Write it down somewhere. How you'd like who you'd like to give a eulogy. Write your own eulogy so somebody else can read it. Have a bit of fun with it. Talk to your nearest and dearest about it. Let them know where the details are, should your demise come sooner or later, or sooner rather than later. So do it. It's down to you. Last thing you want is somebody else sorting out your funeral for you and getting it wrong. I know there ain't an awful lot you'll be able to do about it, but at the end of the day, you can you'll be there, won't you? You'll be in a box. You won't be able, funny thing is, you're sort of inside your box. I didn't want this. You're playing the wrong music. I didn't want this. Yeah, you turn up with the pearly gates or with the ump. You can see it, can't you? They got it all wrong. I didn't want it. Didn't want it like that. I wanted a full-on Viking one. I wanted to send it down a river on a boat that set alight. But there you go. Still nobody in the chat. But there you go. Hey ho. I don't mind. I'm good at talking to myself. Some people say talking to yourself's first sign of madness. I'm pretty mad then. I'm just going to adjust that camera because I can. Stand by. Try that. Have a different angle. Check me out. So, I'd just like to let you know that I love life. I love it so much that I live every day as though it's my last, because one day I know it will be. And I don't want any regrets. I really don't want any regrets. Got plans. Got loads of plans coming up. Going to carry on with the old ordinary people's extraordinary stories, and to help me along the way, I've got this. Got a book coming out. Did you know I've got a book coming out? This will be in Amazon. It'll be on Amazon. It'll be it's in this paperback, and it's also going to be on a Kindle. It's very reasonably priced. If you want to get into podcasting, if you want to find people to talk to have guests, then this is the thing to get. There's another book to accompany it, which is all about being a guest and how to get on people's shows. You don't have to be a host. You can just be a guest, and all you need to do is get the book, sign up to Podmatch, put your profile in, and you'll find people that are like-minded, that want to talk. You'll find hosts that want you as a guest. It's fun. It really is. And pretty much all you really need is your phone. You can just do it on your phone. Did you know that? It's so easy, because they'll send you a link to whatever platform they're recording on, and you'll sit and have a chat. Some of them is just audio. Some of them, like me, is audio and visual. So I do video, which is great. Really is. I used to record in something called StreamYard, which was brilliant, which has been my stable for all of this year. It's been really, really good at recording. I used to use something called Riverside, and I had a bit of trouble with that. And now I've moved on to something called Ecamm, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. This is going out on Ecamm. And I'm streaming out to 5 different platforms. I'm going out to YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitch and Twitter. So it's all going out on us all simultaneously, and because I can. And all I'm trying to do is push a message out. So for the live streams on Thursday, that's all about the taboos, obviously, and then on a Tuesday we've got a quiz. And if you listen carefully, you can hear the Spitfire whizzing around. We get Spitfire flies over the house all the time. But there you go. I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to go and put my feet up, I think. I'm going to take the rest of the day off. And then tomorrow, I'm going to get busy. Redressing the set. Ready for Monday, for the quiz. You will love the quiz. Tell your friends. It's a lot of fun. If you can't catch the actual live show, then you can watch it back. And you can still pop your score in the chat box. So there you go. This is me, Saturday afternoon. It's now 10 to 4. Blimey, 10 to 4 on a Saturday afternoon. Clocks go back tonight. Remember that the clocks go back tonight, because the easiest way to remember it is they fall back and they spring forward. Bit of good useless information for you. So anyway, there you go. Thanks for indulging me. If you like it, click the like button. Subscribe to the channel. You can buy me a coffee. It costs a fortune to do this, you know. It's not cheap. But there you go. I'll do it for the love. So until we meet again, TTFN.